Alright, today they had us in the same room, so. Anyway, so Shai wants to read My Name is Stardust. We picked out that book. Oh. She's getting a little sleepy and she's having a bowel movement, so I'm trying to let her. Yes, okay, just finish it. Yeah. She got a bowel movement. Come on. Ready? Can we read the book? Yeah, let's read.
No.
Yeah. Stop. Don't spill it. So I did write for her TVS session. Her objective is Shia will be using her English app to learn her alphabet, ABC order, and complete a read-along to help guide the way of speech and language. She will repeat the sounds and recognize the images or pictures matching the letters to the word. She will complete 20 minutes of her bub activity log on the tablet or phone. So I did just... I made her just a regular avatar because, like, it's hard to, like, create her one. It's not, like, giving me the option, like, to fill in the body, and I don't want to look and deform like this. So I just went on and gave her one of the ones of the images that they chose. So she got a little curly head girl. So I think she'll like it. It still looks a lot more better than, so I figured out how to create her own one. Got it looking crazy. But anyway, so today we're going to read My Name is Stardust. By Bailey Harris and Douglas Harris. Alright. So, again, she told me you can't start a sentence with hello. Well, this book is published, and the first word they have is hello. Yeah, I don't like people that try to mock my spirit. But anyway, hello, everyone. You can't start a sentence off saying that. My name is Stardust. It's nice to meet you. Do you know what Earth is made of? Do you know what you are made of? Well, if not, then today is your lucky day. I like the images too. Pretty nice. Nice book. Yeah. Looks like she's going to be teaching us about laboratory things. Yeah, look at her. She has a pretty smile on teeth. She's going to teach us about laboratory. We see she has a little science, I guess, scope or something right there. So we may be doing some developing. So it says, what do you know what I'm made of? So throughout the history of our universe, countless billions of stars have formed and then exploded, leaving tiny specks of dust all over space. So remember when I told y'all the veil got lifted from me, and in Shia pregnancy I got to see in the other world? She did. She actually showed me we have other existence. So I can definitely confirm what you're saying. We have other life existence outside of Earth. We live in multiple realities. So when my soul go back, say I die, okay, my soul, whatever, my spirit that's in me, it comes out the body. It goes back to where I'm from, right? So when a person die, you don't get to see that right in there. That's why it says I'm the visible, and then I'm also the invisible. So once I die, you don't see my spirit leave my body. All you're going to see is my flesh. You're just going to see my flesh. You won't see my spirit leaving. That's everybody that leaves this earth. You will not see their spirit. You will only see their flesh be left here, right? Because we came from earth. Earth was formed. So this body is a human form, part of earth, matter. Absolutely. About 4.6 billion years ago, dust was from some of those exploded stars came together to make up our solar system. Our solar system is made of stardust. Right?
What?
There are more than 100 billion galaxies in our universe, and there are hundreds of billions of stars in each galaxy. Also, my husband, he thought I was crazy because I had been telling him, I said, you are special. I said, God revealed me things about him. Like, I've seen, like, it's hard for me to tell him about, like, I see you sometimes. Like, I see you inside the other room. And he's like, how do you see these? I was like, I see you. Remember how, like, I would tell you before things happen? I'm like, and you were there. And then when I speak about it, I'm like, you were there. And he'll act like, no, I wasn't there. I'm like, yeah, you were there. Like, when I told you about certain things, like seeing you by the tree, we were talking. And then I tell you about, like, seeing you, like, angry, like, seeing things about your past. Stuff like that. I was like, how do I know these things? And I was like, it's showing me your image, though. He's like, that's not me. That's not me. And I'm like, I don't know. So sometimes I'm seeing people and I'm like, it really do be the people in the physical world sometimes that I'm seeing. So I was like, nah, it's more to what you think it is. So yeah, we definitely can be living in realities here and be living in realities somewhere else. Why did you just do that to my paper? Like, I gave you this one to do it to. You just go. Your daughter is something else. Look, you supposed to do it on that. Not this, girl. This is my paper. I'll write it again. Anyway, there are more than 100 billion galaxies in our universe, and there are hundreds of billions of stars in each galaxy. There are more stars in our universe than there are grains or sand of Earth. Our sun is one of those billions and billions of stars. Our sun is made of stardust. So our sun is made of stardust, right? She finna get changed after this too. She done had a bowel movement. So there's some of the images and pictures. Yeah, lovely. Say, we're in Jupiter justice and judgment hours, ain't we? Jupiter? Yeah, okay. So there are 8 planets in our solar system. The 4 inner planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. The outer planets are called gas giants. They are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These planets are made of stardust, right? And as you see, Venus and Mars is the closest thing to Earth because that's how Earth gets formed, through Venus and Mars. Earth is in the middle. Earth is us, the children that's here. Okay? Earth looks like a little blue ball when you look at it from far away in space, right? It is so beautiful. It is. Earth looks like a little blue ball when you look. Earth is made of stardust. Yes, it is. It's the only planet that we have a physical interaction in reality. Well, it's temporary. We still live a physical representation of reality in Earth. So one thing I like about Earth is more water. I remember me and my husband, we had a discussion. He was trying to argue, I can just dry you up. I'm fire. I say, no, you can't dry me up, but I can put you out. And he's like, nah. So he thinks fire is the God element of life. He never believed it was air or water. He always thought it was just him, fire, because he's saying that the earth can get so hot where he can dry up all my waters. But then that would be Mars, right? You're already the representation, Mars. So earth is for God, wanted the children to have a representation, right? For humanity. So that's why you can't dry up, water. That's why water was made the God element, which represents my Scorpio daughter. I was trying to tell you about the life existence outside and how we have to live in this water. So water will always be the element to put out. Now, she's absolutely right. You can't put out every fire, because then he argued, well, if you're such a God element, then why can't you put out gas fires? Or you can't put out all these other fires? But that's when I come and play. Air. That's what makes the balance between water and fire. I can put both of them out. Well, I'm going to say I want to put her out because water isn't to put out. But water can be very destructive. And that's what Noah was standing for. Like, for us, the symbolization of God can destroy with water alone. Yes, water is very much damaging, just like fire is. Both are very destructive elements if they're not balanced out. But one thing you can't get rid of is air. Air is something invisible. That's just the way of life. Everything comes, evolves. We all need that wet breath of life. We all need air. So that's why the mother represented God element air and her daughter water. And that's why my husband did not pass that test, because you can't assume. And that was a good point, though. Don't hear me. I heard all his argument about it, because I really like that he can reason for himself. So it gives me a lot to consider. Yay. I was like, you know what? That is a good point. You can't get really hot and maybe can, heat the water dry, but you will never still be able to put it out. That's why you're going to need air. So air is the balance between water and fire. Okay, so million of years after Earth was formed, life appeared beginning with simple single-cell organisms. Okay, those organisms eventually evolved into all the planets and animals that we see today. Those single-cell ancestors were made of stardust. So, Tiktaalik, whatever this is, Tiktaalik is one of my favorite ancient. Oh yeah, that's a nice one, huh? Creatures. So it said Tiktaalik. It's a weird word, y'all. Anyway, and so it said, it's a fish. So it's a fish. I'm just gonna say Tika. Was a fish with scales and grills, but it also had wrist bones, ribs, lungs, and a neck. So Tika would raise its body up out of the shallow water where it lived. Yeah. Fossils like Tika shows us how fish evolved into animals that walk on the land like crocodiles. Tika was made of stardust. Also, between a hippo and an alligator, a hippo would win. Yes. Well, I'm going to say a hippo is part of the alligator kingdom. So, yes, the alligator is stronger than a crocodile. Stop. You stop. Don't do that. That's why they gave Louisiana the crocodile symbolization, in Florida the crocodile, right? And in Louisiana the alligator. Alligators are stronger than crocodiles. Everything in my symbolization is going to go back to I'm the original. It's the reason why I code myself that way, so nobody would get, confused about who I am. So dinosaurs live on Earth millions, or whose original southern mother is. So dinosaurs live on Earth millions of years ago. My favorite dinosaur is the Brontosaurus. Ooh, Brontosaurus. It's a big old word. So the Brachiosaurus was so tall that it could eat the leaves from the top of the very high trees. Now, do y'all believe it was dinosaurs before? I don't know. I still question it. But hey, it could be man imagination, or it could be really did exist before. I don't know. I'm not sold on that it was dinosaurs before, but hey, this world's been here a long time. I'm going to say this Earth. It's been many worlds, so I'm not going to say it's possible it wasn't so. But hey, it's okay to do some good imaginations, It won't hurt the, fantasies if it's good. So it looked a little strange because its front legs were longer than its back legs. But that is one of the reasons it's my favorite. So the Brontosaurus was 85 feet long. That's not an apple. That's a dinosaur, baby. Yeah, that's a dinosaur. Dinosaur. And then it's got legs. Yeah, and it's got black legs and it's blue. All right. And so the Brachiosaurus was 85 feet long and weighed 40 tons. That's heavier than 5 elephants. So the Brontosaurus was made of lots of stardust. So around 65 million years ago, some after dinosaurs became extinct, there lived a small mammal called Pachytheurus. So the Partaceus or the Pachytheurus was about the size of a rat or mouse. Wow. Humans did not exist yet. Most mammals at that time were very small, like the Pachytheurus. And you know what? I do believe we did come after certain animals. I do believe God did create a lot of things before us as humans, because when I was telling y'all, when I was in a deep trance and I was coming from the ground, I remember insects in my vision. It was like insects, animals, cats. It was so deep, and it was like I was on the ground, like I was in the ground, and I could just see all the insects and all of that. So I don't know if it was just telling me. What's wrong? I'm sorry, I don't want to talk. I'm not. Oh, yeah, it's hard to get that out of there, huh? She's straining. She's really straining, trying to get that bowel out. That's how she's out of been. So, yeah, so that's when they really got serious to me. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's some truth to this stuff. So, yeah, it's possibly. Okay. You okay? It's coming. It's getting out of there. So, humans did not exist yet. Most mammals at the time was very small. Okay, those early mammals evolved into all the kind of mammals and everything from bats to whales to primates like monkeys and apes. And so the Pachytheris was made of stardust. That's why I keep saying I represent the bird. You know, I got to tell you, the raven and the dove. That's my representation, because you know what? Those are the two ones that was before everything in creation. So that spirit inside of those animals are very, very much so here. So unicorns lived on Earth a long time ago with the Peckies, right? And the fairies. Just kidding. There's no evidence of real life unicorns or pixies or fairies, but if they were real, they could be made of stardust. Let's see what time it is. Okay, we got it. Alright, so Lucy was one of the first ape-like animals that walked upright, much like we know as humans. Lucifer, okay, was one of the first ape-like animals that walked upright, much like humans. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I do believe. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now I gotta wipe that off. I'm gonna find a way to get that off. Please don't do that, Shai. I'm gonna have to find a way to get that off of there. Anyway, but yeah, I do believe some humans do come from, like I said, the source of, you know, others' creations and things, you know. Some of them, excuse me, some of them may. But anyway, yeah, so Lucy was one of the first ape-like animals that walked upright, much like humans do now. She lived about 3.2 million years ago in Africa, where her fossil bones were found in 1974. Lucy was made of stardust. I'm not sure. They tie everything to Africa, but what I can say is that no, my mother, Africa, doesn't need me. I need her. America needs Africa. She doesn't need me. My mother never needed me. They continent have everything on it. They don't need me. The islands need me. Everywhere else need me. No, Africa don't need me. She is before me. That is the mother. I was born 9 years ago, and I am growing bigger and bigger each year. And absolutely, she's the only continent that got a lot of resources. Like you see everywhere. It's like you say on the island, they had the sugar, they had some things, but they still don't got as much as Africa got. So there's no way God would make an island a representation of her. Like, why? It would have to be a land that has lots of things for humanity, right? And it has to be very ancient. That's why you only see my bloodlines can go back to 3 countries, right? I'm here in North America, Africa, and then you'll see me in South America, in Europe. Now, the only reason why my body got in Europe, that is a controversy. I don't know how my body got over there, but it got over there. But honestly, it was always in Africa, in Americas, of my bloodline. It was always that from the beginning. So I don't know how I got to Europe. Somehow I did. I got a little body over there. Here, come on. But no, I wasn't in no China, even though I may came out looking like I was Chinese, or I can come out looking at different nations' features and all that, but that don't mean that they're a part of me. Everybody can, like she said, we all stardust of each other, so we can carry each other traits, features, do little stuff like that to change, but my inner will never change. So I was born 9 years ago, and I am growing bigger and bigger each year. I am. I love to sing, dance, paint. I am made of stardust, and so are you. I'm made of stardust, and so are you. I know, right? So I like the little glossary, so we can go to the little small glossary at the end. So I can hurry and go change her before she gets on her little bus or transportation to go home. So I like to have her change. But yeah, I gave her a little outfit again, comfortable outfit for her to wear. Also, I put her 2 little shorts, brand new, that she had still in the way. I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and let her wear this before it get cold. So she got 2 brand new like little shorts, and I did think I had put a belt in one of her pants one day so she could keep that belt, and I got her one for the house. But if you still have that, or if you, I hope they're putting you know, all the stuff that I give to be able to return back with her. But, you know, put her little stuff in a dresser or something like that that I have already given her. But she should have had a belt I sent one day with her. And so she can use that belt to wear like her new little shorts. They may be just a small bit, a little bigger, but if you put a little belt on there. And she got some brown ones because I was like, you know what, it's going to get cold. She need to go ahead and wear her little 2 shorts. You don't need to be sitting there getting old. Also, she's in a size 5 now, so those other shoes that was a 4, she could not fit that. So please do not be putting her on or making her wear shoes that cannot fit her. Yeah, I know, it's a dinosaur. So those shoes can't fit her. So she got boots on, and those are 5 to 6. So she definitely wears a 5. But I be getting her 5 to 6 or 6 right now, so she can grow into it. So she got the black shoes that I'm going to put back in her bag and her boots, and I'll keep that with her. Y'all keep that together with her for now. But those other shoes was too little, too small for her. I don't see how they kept even putting that on her. That was just making it uncomfortable. So those are the things that you pay attention when you're an active mother and you really care about children. You're going to pay attention to all those things. I'm going to make sure I pay attention if my kids need bigger shoes or they need bigger clothes. Like, I'm not just going to force them to wear any and everything. So to me, I'm just saying there's a lot of little tips that I've seen observing my daughter into knowing what I would be looking at as a mother compared to maybe somebody else is not looking, because again, I don't think they really fully care. It's not their child, so they're not going to be doing those things that I'm doing as her biological mother to make sure she has the proper care. And I'm going to look at all of those things. Like her hair was a little dirty, had stuff in it. I wouldn't send her nowhere with dirty hair. I'm going to always make sure her hair was washed. You know, stuff like that is what makes me angry and upset. And I should have every bit to be that way because I am her mother. And I would not, my standard is very high when it comes to cleanliness and orderliness. That's just something, it's never that rush. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm the best fit right now, because she'll be the only child that I have in my care. She wouldn't be around other kids. And I understand that's a lot to try to raise 5 kids. She don't have to worry about that with her biological mother. And even if I do have my other 2 children around her or they come back, they are way older than her. My son is 14. Her sister is 6. There's no competition still. I spreading my kids out and go back to back. I never done that. So I just don't understand that part. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm not getting upset, but this is a TSV moment where I'm able to express a little bit more as far as my therapy. So I just really wanted to like say that, like, that's the only thing that triggers me is when people don't really they say one thing, but your actions will show you really paying attention to the children and really want to raise children. A lot of times people are just too busy, just want them for money, want it for the image. Just no, I really love what I do. I really enjoy making sure the kids are taken care of, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, and everything involved. I make sure all of that is needed as possible. So she wouldn't have anybody to be really in competition with, rivalry. It wouldn't be nothing. She would just have her mother full attention, and I'll be able to do those things. And financially, every money that me her father, it'll all be in one household. We don't have that struggle to worry about. And no, 2 little daughters is not a burden on us. There's many other people that got way more children than us. And especially more men. He has 2 little daughters, and he's like, I'm okay with that. That's not a burden. Exactly. He has only 2 biological children in his world, and it's with me. That's it. We don't want no more. We ain't have no more. We barely made it. If we make it through this, you know. Yeah, say we went to hell and high water, y'all, to get us on earth. Say mommy and daddy went through a lot to get y'all on earth right now. I did. Here you go. Here you go. She just constipated. She getting it out, and it's hurting her a little bit. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get that. It's 2:44 now, so we're going to have to go. But this is the glossary, and I'm going to let her have this book this week to put inside of her bag, and she can study, or you can read it again with her. I'll try to switch out a book each week. I'll take the other one back home because she haven't had a new one. I'll just put this one in for this week for her to go over. Say, bye, Shai. I'm sorry. Let's go change. She just having a constipation moment. We're going to go change ourselves. Thank y'all for tuning in this week. Say bye-bye.